Simón Bolívar was born on July 24, 1783, in Caracas, Venezuela, into a wealthy family. His parents were important members of society, but tragically, they both passed away when he was very young. Bolívar became an orphan at the age of 9. After their deaths, Bolívar was sent to Spain to live with an uncle, who was also an important figure. While living in Spain, Bolívar had the opportunity to learn about the political and social issues of the time. The influence of European ideas about liberty, equality, and freedom had a deep effect on him. It was during this time in Spain that Bolívar began to develop his passion for freedom and independence. Bolívar's experience in Spain opened his eyes to the injustices and inequalities faced by people in many parts of the world, especially in Latin America, where countries were under colonial rule by European powers like Spain. He became determined to fight for the freedom of his people. Bolívar believed that Latin America should no longer be controlled by foreign nations, and that the people of the region should have the power to govern themselves. His vision was not just about political independence. He dreamed of a united and powerful Latin America, where the people could live with freedom and equality. Bolívar returned to Venezuela in 1807, just as tensions between Spain and its colonies in Latin America were rising. In 1810, when Bolívar was 27 years old, he became involved in the movement for independence. Venezuela and many other Latin American countries were ruled by Spain, and the people were unhappy with the colonial government. Bolívar joined a group of Venezuelan leaders who wanted to break free from Spanish control. They started to fight for independence. In the beginning, Bolívar was a young officer with little experience in war, but he quickly gained a reputation for being brave and determined. Bolívar's army faced many challenges, including a lack of resources and training. The Spanish forces were strong and well organized, but Bolívar was strategic. He used his intelligence and leadership skills to win battles and push the Spanish forces out of the region. His army often had to fight in difficult conditions, crossing mountains, rivers, and jungles. The weather and terrain made fighting even harder, but Bolívar's determination never wavered. Throughout his campaign for independence, Bolívar faced not only external enemies, but also internal conflicts. In the countries he was fighting to liberate, there were many different groups with varying ideas about what should happen after the Spanish were defeated. Some people wanted a strong central government, while others wanted more power for the individual regions. Bolívar's vision of a united Latin America was met with resistance from people who wanted more local control. Despite these challenges, Bolívar continued to push forward. In 1819, Bolívar achieved a significant victory at the Battle of Boyacá in Colombia. This battle marked a turning point in the struggle for independence in South America. Bolívar's forces defeated the Spanish army and gained control of important territories. This victory was not just about a single battle. It symbolized the growing strength of the independence movement in Latin America. Bolívar's army continued to push the Spanish forces out of other regions, and by 1824, most of South America had gained its independence. Bolívar's success in liberating much of South America earned him the title El Libertador, or the Liberator. He had played a key role in freeing not only Venezuela but also Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, and Bolivia. Bolívar's dream was to unite these countries into one large, powerful nation called Gran Colombia. He hoped that Gran Colombia would be a strong, independent republic where people from different regions could work together to build a better future. However, Bolívar's dream of a united Latin America was difficult to achieve. After Bolívar became the president of Gran Colombia in 1819, he quickly realized that the different regions of Gran Colombia had different interests and problems. People in the various regions did not always agree on how the country should be governed. There were disagreements over the amount of power the central government should have versus the power of individual regions. Bolívar struggled to keep Gran Colombia united, and tensions between the regions grew stronger. Eventually, in 1830, Gran Colombia broke apart into separate countries: Venezuela, Colombia, and Ecuador. Bolívar, deeply disappointed by this, resigned from the presidency and withdrew from public life. In the last years of his life, Bolívar lived in a small town called Santa Marta in modern-day Colombia. There, he faced personal and political challenges. He was tired, ill, and disillusioned by the failure of his dream for a united Latin America. Despite all of his hard work and sacrifices, Bolívar felt that he had not achieved the full success he had hoped for. He died on December 17, 1830, at the age of 47. Although Bolívar's vision of a united Latin America did not come to pass during his lifetime, his legacy is still strong today. Many people in Latin America view him as a hero and a symbol of independence and freedom. Statues and monuments to Bolívar can be found in many countries, including Venezuela, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, and Bolivia. Bolívar's name is still honored in the countries he helped to free. Cities, schools, and even a country, Bolivia, are named after him. Bolívar's influence extends beyond his lifetime. His ideas about liberty, equality, and self-government continue to inspire people around the world. He believed that the people of Latin America deserve the same rights and freedoms as people in Europe and the United States. His vision of a united and free Latin America, though not fully realized, still resonates with many people today. Bolívar's legacy lives on in the political and social movements of Latin America, and his name is remembered as one of the most important figures in the history of the region. Simón Bolívar's life was filled with challenges, triumphs, and disappointments. He fought bravely for the freedom of his people, and worked tirelessly to achieve his dream of a united Latin America. While his dream was not fully realized, his contributions to the cause of independence have had a lasting impact on the countries of Latin America. Bolívar will always be remembered as one of the greatest leaders in the history of the Americas. His dedication to liberty and justice makes him a hero not just in Latin America, but around the world.